So we are starting the chapter. We are just going to recap the chapter concept of planning. So I hope yesterday you understand what is planning, because we in every day of our life we go for plan something. Students plan for good marks, housewife plan for house activities, teachers plan for the teaching, lectures, whatever they are going to deliver to the students. CEO plan for the activities that are taking place in the companies. So in this way, everyone is busy in the planning. Planning is actually the intellectual process or the mental exercise. Okay. Planning decided what to do and how to do. Planning decided where we are standing today and where we want to reach. Planning is actually the answers of all these questions which are there on your screen. The concept of planning I've explained earlier, that it is thinking in advance, so what to do and how to do. It is a primary function of management. It bridges the gap between where we are standing today and where we want to reach. Concept of planning is somehow little different. What is concept of planning? It is setting objectives for the given time period, formulating various courses of action, selecting the best possible alternative. This is the thing which we have to do in planning to make our plan the best plan. Features of planning, or here I have given a word PPF FCI. PPF FCI. So PPF FCI is the features of planning. It is very simple to learn all these through this word PPF FCI. PPF FCI. So these PPF FCI are: number one, P, primary function of management; the second, P, pervasive function; third, F, futuristic; then F, focus on achievement of objective or target; then C, continuous; and then I, involves decision making. Here the explanation of all 6 points of features. Planning is purposeful. It has no meaning unless it contributes to achievement of predetermined goals. So it is basically focuses on achieving goals. Planning is primary function because without it other functions will not work, so it's primary. Planning is pervasive because it is required in all type of activities, business activities, at every department. Planning is continuous. It is a never ending or continuous process. It can never be ended because there is a change in the business environment, and according to the change, we need to change our plan. Then planning is futuristic. It always looks ahead for the future. All the managers try to prediction and assumptions for the future in planning. Planning involves decision making. It creates a choice between the different alternatives and choosing the best alternative. Now, the next topic for today is importance of planning. What importance of planning? This is the best time period for you people, as COVID-19 pandemic has created a big problem to all the students for their learning process. But still, one positive point we have: earlier students have a complaint related to this, that we are not having time to study all these subjects. Sir, please make our timetable. We are spending our 6 to 7 hours in the school, thereafter 2 to 3 hours in the coaching classes, and then we do not have time for ourselves. When we do our studies, self studies, here we have plenty of time to do our self study. Not only that, but we can repeat the topics many times, so that any case will come to the board exam, we can crack it. Remember it is easy to score 70 to 90%, and those who are happy with 70 to 90%, they are nothing. Why nothing? Because in CBSE 70 to 90% score is easy. I have seen this year the result. Yesterday the result has been disclosed by CBSE. I have seen the results of many students, those who were very poor in their studies, but they scored more than 70% aggregate marks. So remember, it is 70 to 90% marks easy. Although you can see that every school is going to disclose the students' percentage of those who are scoring more than 90%. Getting? So you just try to score more than 90% first. Your first priority should be scoring more than 90% in aggregate. Then you do not check your potential. What you have nothing. Do not check that I am not having that much potential that I can score 100% or 98% or 95% or 93%. You don't have any potential even to score 1%, even to score 1%. I'm telling you, don't have any, because you don't know what will happen next time. You know that what is planning until you're studying it. No, you know that how much difficult or easy the question papers will be in the board exams. No, when you will face practically, then you will come to know that what is my potential and what type of exam is there. Make your potential more than what the exam will give you, then definitely you will score 100%. We have a great target this year. The top ranker of Bareilly scored 99.6%, and it's a big target if we are going to achieve it. She scored 100 out of 100 in every subject. What we have to do to score 100? Nothing. Whatever we are doing, the same thing they are doing also, but the way of expression. So here one point which is important for you, never think that you will not score 70%, 80%, 90% or 100%. This is not your potential. You are creating your potential to score that. So remember this, only focus on whatever study is going on. You are understanding that. That's it. Nothing else you just think in your mind, because it will create pressure and definitely it will restrict you to score more. When you are very much confident in anything, you are called overconfident. When you are very much afraid with anything, you are called underconfident. But do you know the average confident, moderate confident level is what? What is the adequate confidence level? Is that whatever you studied by heart, and that if that comes in the question paper, definitely you will do the answers with full correction. And nobody can deduct a single mark, a half mark from that. So try to practice it. You have plenty of time. Make your own schedule of the day. In that schedule, involve all 5 subjects. Try to write more. Take the questions from the net and try to write more. Whatever you learn, that you must write. Whether it is English, it is physical education, it is mathematics, it is business studies, it is accounts, it is economics, whatever. Understand? Point importance of planning. PPRRFE. What is this? PPRRFE is a short word. To learn this, we can mark a dot here, so that PPRRFE, it will split into 2 parts. P means provides a direction. So planning provides a direction. Planning gives you that, gives a direction to you, that what you have to do and how you have to do. What and how will give the answer, that what is the work you have to do and how you can do that work. Then the second one is reduce the risk of uncertainty. Reduces is created R. Reduce the risk. So you can take the words provide, reduce, promote, facilitates, and establish. With this word, you can learn all these importance. Provide direction means giving the direction to the employees, that what they have to do and how they will do it. Reduce the risk of uncertainty means what? Reduce the risk of uncertainty means it will reduce the uncertainty risk in the future course of action. In case in future any risk is there, if your plan is very good, then you can reduce that risk. As I told you yesterday, there was an example. If you are going somewhere for the holidays, you keep some medicines in a medical box and keep it in your bag. because in case of uncertainty you can take the help of those medicines. So you always plan for every worst position, every good position. Planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. When you planned all the activities in a very well manner, then definitely there will be no overlap of work. Overlap of work means the same work will be done twice. This should not be in practice. So overlapping of work should not be there, and wasteful activities should also be not there. Wasteful activities, there are several wasteful activities. We'll do this today and there is no productivity in that work, so that is wasteful activity. So next one is promotes innovative ideas. It promotes innovative ideas because when we plan, we have some new ideas, some innovative ideas, and we can implement in our plan those innovative ideas. Then planning facilitates decision making. Planning facilitates decision making. Just a annotation, I'll take annotation. Spotlight. Planning promotes innovative ideas, then planning facilitates decision making. Facilitates decision making. In planning, we come to know which one is the best suitable alternative for our plan to achieve the target, and accordingly, we try to give our decision on that particular alternative. Planning establishes a standard for controlling. Planning give standards, you understand, like I'm giving a standard that no one of you will score less than 95% marks. So this 95% will be the standard, and this standard you must achieve. Under that there will be a failure of standard for controlling, you understand, means we will set some standards. We will set some standards for controlling. Controlling means comparison of actual with the planned. So whatever we planned is called standard performance, and whatever actual performance is there, we will find out in controlling, we will find out the deviation between the two. So what planning do? Planning gives the planned performance or standard performance. As coming to the explanation of the importance, the first point I explained you, planning provides direction. Check it here. Planning provides direction to the efforts of employees. Planning makes it clear that what the employees have to do and how they will do it. So in planning, we just think that how much the total work we have in our organization, that total work, whatever the total work is there, that total work is split into small units, and when we decided the unit of a work, then we come to know about the job, what the job one has to do and what they have to do in that job and how they will do it. Planning reduces the risk of uncertainty. As I've told you that future is uncertain and we always keep an assumption for the future. Through that we make our plans, so we always keep some precautionary measures to overcome from any uncertainty taking place in future. Planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. As I explained that sometimes the same work will be done many times, that should not be in practice, and sometimes we are doing the work which is unproductive, that should not be in practice. So planning helps us to overcome from this situation of overlapping and wasteful activities. Planning promotes innovative ideas. Planning requires high thinking, and it is an intellectual process, so it makes the managers innovative and creative. Planning facilitates decision making, help the managers to look into the future and make a choice amongst various alternative forces of action. What is this alternative forces of action? Let me clear you. Alternative forces of action means the ways how you can achieve your target. So if you have prepared one objective or target for you, then you have many ways to achieve that. You just try to check that which one is the best way to achieve that target. and choose the best alternative for that. Planning establishes a standard for controlling. It establishes a standard for controlling through which we can compare the actual performance with the planned performance and find out the deviations. So this is all about the importance of planning. Coming to the most important point, limitation of planning. It's most important point. I'm repeating it 3 times. Why? Because limitation is one of the question which has come in the board exams many times. Many times it was there in the board exam, many times. So hopefully you may have this question in your board exam, because last year it was not there, but last year it was there. So you have chance to get this question in your board exam. Coming to the next point, that is, planning leads to rigidity. Once plans are made to decide the future course of action, the managers may not in a position to change them. So planning has one limitation, and what is that limitation? It leads to rigidity. Leads to rigidity. Once you plan, you have to do according to your plan. You cannot make change in that, major change. For example, now here there is a confusion that earlier we have said that importance of features of planning, that it is a dynamic one. It can be changed according to the change in environment. Here we are saying it leads to rigidity. Why rigidity? Because everyone have their own mindset. I said that you just do this question. This is one of the most important questions. Somebody said to you that this is one of the worst question. It will never come to the board exam. So here you have a confusion. But if I strictly said to you, you have to do this question, I'll give this question in your test, then definitely you have to do this question. So at that time, you may have in your mind that this question should not be there in the test, but sir is giving this and we have to learn this. This creates a rigidity. In the same manner, when the manager gives a plan, this plan has to be implemented as it is, as I am saying. Then some people who have different minds, they may feel that whatever the activity sir is giving to us, the manager is giving to us, maybe that is not appropriate and we should do something else. So this creates a rigidity. So planning always leads to rigidity. Once plans are made to decide the future course of action, the manager may not be in the position to change them. Manager cannot change it because planning is the work of top level management. Basically, it is a top level management work. Some plans are made by top level, some plans are made by middle level, some plans are made by lower level. So the plans which are made by top level management, the manager is failed to change them. Although he can give suggestion to the top level that it can be changed. Planning may not work in dynamic environment. When the dynamic environment is having a fast pace to change itself, then definitely planning will be failed there. I told you yesterday, if we made a plan in the boom period, it may possible that whenever there is a change in the environment and that boom period crash to the uh, recession period, then definitely what will happen, our plan will be failed. So somewhere it may have a problem that the plan will not work in dynamic environment. We anticipate that next year our sale will increase because the peoples are demanding more and more our product. But somehow due to any invention, the new thing came into the market, and that what we can say, obsolescence, obsolete our product. Okay. So what happened? We prepared a product for next 6 months, and we feel that the demand is going to increase, and that is why we are producing more and more of product. But suddenly one new thing came into the market, and because of that technology, that our product become obsolete. This may create a problem. So dynamic environment every time will not work in planning. Planning reduces creativity. With the planning, the manager of the organization start working rigidly and they become the blind follower of the plan only. Sometimes the plan has been framed and we have to follow it blindly. Although we know that the plan is not good, or if we implement some more things in our plan, then definitely we will be succeeded. Then what happen? Usually it happens that we give a suggestion to the management, and management is saying that the plan has to be followed as it is, as we have given it to you. Then every time we have to follow the plan according to the manager, and this creates a blindly following of that plan. It reduces the creativity what we have in our mind. Planning involves huge cost. How? It's an intellectual process. Suppose I'm going to establish my own company. Can I do so everything I can manage by myself? No. I need experts. To know about the legal formalities, I need a legal advisor. To know about the new technology and from where I can manage the what we say machineries and all, I need an engineer. I need an expert in the finance also will manage all the things. I need a CA. I need some specialized people to think all minute points in my planning. And for that, what I need? I need the specialized professionals. And when I take the expert professionals, they will charge a high amount from me. So it will involve a huge cost. Planning always involve a huge cost. Planning process involve a lot of cost because it is an intellectual process and companies need to hire professional expert to carry on this process. Planning is a time consuming process. It's success लिखा हुआ है, it is process. It's not success, it's process. So planning is a time consuming process. Lot of time is needed in developing the planning premises. Now let me clear you this word because this word was there in the board exam and most of the students were failed to give the answer of this. Listen, what is planning premises? Planning premises क्या है? Planning premises are the assumptions through which we can create our plan. These are the assumptions. Planning premises are the assumptions. If we plan for something, can we do so? If yes, what things we required? Is that plan is possible? I plan to fly in the sky without any aeroplane, drone or any other technological thing. Can it be possible? So we have to check the assumptions what we are making in our plan. When we make the assumptions, we create the premises. Okay, the assumption is this, the assumption is this. In economics, you always think about the assumptions. What is the law of demand? The law of demand is depend on some assumptions. If other things remains constant, then the change in the demand will create a change in the price. This is what assumption. When other things remains constant, when gravitational force will be zero, I can fly in the sky. Assumption. So premises means assumptions. We have to make some assumptions while we are making our plan. Understand? Next, planning does not guarantee success. How planning does not guarantee success? I said that I'm giving a plan to you and through that you will score 100 out of 100. Can it be possible? It may be possible and may not be possible. There is no guarantee. I cannot give a surety to you, beta, you will score 100 marks. It can never be possible that you will score less than 100. It cannot be possible. So guaranteed success is not possible. Although relative success is possible. Relative success is what? Guaranteed success not possible. But related success possible. For example, in a company, there is a target of 50,000 products sale. The sale of 50,000 products this year, this month. We have given this target. Exact 50,000 products will be sold out is a chance only. It will not be a guarantee, because we will not get guarantee of planning, but a surety of that we can get relative results. Maybe it will be 49,999 products sold out in that month. Maybe there are 50,100 products sold out in that month. But exact that figure 50,000 will come, there is a chance in that. So there is also one limitation of planning, is what? Planning does not guarantee the success. Tomorrow we will discuss about the process of planning, but before that, today I will send the assignment of this chapter.